home improvement. Enjoy being educated in such topics as personal injury law, community association law, family law, bankruptcy law, along with health show topics like pain management, men's health, and dental implants. Now, sit back and enjoy today's Ask the Experts with host Steve-O.
Good afternoon, South Florida. This is the Ask the Expert show. We're on every Monday and Thursday from 6 to 7. I am so nervous tonight because tomorrow morning I'm having my other knee replaced, and the first one was no fun at all. So Rhonda will be sitting in for me for the next probably 2 or 3 weeks, and before I come back, and I appreciate all the prayers I got, and also how many emails we got this week. People asking questions. We're waiting right now for our. There he is. We're waiting for our guest. This is. I mean, if you saw the rain today, I'm going to tell you something. This is like the perfect show. And they have been telling us that this is going to be the worst hurricane season. Now, I don't know if they meant for South Florida, but they said we're going to have more named hurricanes this year. And that means damage to the house. And that means you got to deal with insurance companies. Well, we have a better way to do it. So let me welcome you to attorney Josh Whisler of the Whisler Law Firm. And this is all he does. He does property damage claims. And this is going to be a great show tonight. And we want to welcome Josh Whisler. Hey, Josh.
It's great to be here, Steve-O, and prayers are with you for a successful surgery.
Thanks, buddy, man. I appreciate that. Man, I tell you what, I love the kind of law you practice because you keep, I'm going to say this, you keep people from getting screwed around by the insurance companies. And we're first going to, I mean, you are a damage claims attorney. And first of all, tell everybody about your firm.
Sure. So we've got a great team of professionals that are fighting on behalf of the policyholders. So whether it be homeowners, business owners, who experience any type of damage or issues, and they go to their insurance company because they've been paying their premiums, and they reach out to them and say, hey, something terrible happened. I've experienced this damage. And what we see time and time again is the insurance companies come back and say, go pound sand. And that's where we come in, right? That's where we come in. I mean, I even saw, with my own, elderly grandmother, where you just see when someone tries to handle the claim on their own and how the insurance company just tries to push them into resolving the claim without paying any money. It hits home. So that is what we do day in and day out, is representing policyholders to get the benefits that they deserve from the insurance company.
Well, please don't misunderstand this. You have public adjusters out there that try to help you with your claims. And if they don't get anywhere, they hire people like yourself. So when you start with a claim, you're the attorney. And that alone right there is going to get movement. Am I correct on that?
That's very accurate. Like I've always said, we know the laws, we know the statutes, and we use that to protect our clients. So many times the insurance companies will, take somebody who's unrepresented by an attorney, try to push them into a corner, and they don't have the law backing them up. So that's where we come off right off the bat, using the law on our side to make the insurance companies accountable to ensure that they're going to pay our clients, the maximum benefits.
What I like about what you do is there's a lot of people who think they can do this themselves. And I'm telling you, that is the worst thing they could possibly do because the insurance company are a lot smarter than the homeowners normally.
Oh, like I've said it on the show, several other times, I think about this one client I had, who ended up becoming, kind of like family. They were at the epicenter in Mexico Beach in the past hurricane that just got totally devastated. Her home was a, a total loss. The home was like this, so she still had the structure, but the home, was completely tilted. It was not safe to live in, and she just keeps calling her insurance company, and nobody answers. She's trying to do it on her own, and she doesn't understand. Once we got involved and filed what we call a civil remedy notice, basically a bad faith action, they responded to us within 24 hours. So had she kept going at it alone, not getting any responses, I don't know where she would be today.
The last show, we had a lot of people write us. You said to be careful about an insurance company that has gone out of business or is getting ready to go out of business.
Right. So that was in the last show we talked about that. That was Capital, and the different experts in the field are talking about maybe there's some other ones that might go under. Um, Even in the automobile insurance, there was a big one that went under recently, and basically when an insurance company goes under, then FIGA takes over, and it's not an easy process, but there still is hope. So I would basically contact your insurance agent or broker and just say, hey, how does my policy look? Is the insurance company still active, right? Sometimes look, Steve, I've even seen sometimes where the broker does not inform the policyholder that their policy has been rescinded, and it's coming up to hurricane season, and they don't even realize they're not covered. They might have got something in the mail that they just threw out. They thought it was an advertisement. So now is a great time to contact your broker and make sure you've got coverage, your premiums are paid, and as far as you can tell, everything's good. But we do see that about 10% of people, they don't even have coverage. They might have gotten a notice, but they don't even realize it until it's too late.
Do you still see buildings that have damage that did not go up to spec, that they were not up to what you have to have for hurricane? Do you still see that, or is everybody pretty much billed as to what the state requires?
I find most people just aren't knowledgeable or aren't aware of the standards like you talked about. So that's why I always recommend to do an annual uh, inspection of your house, inspection of your roof, to see if there are kind of any loose ends or compromised areas that you might want to reinforce or repair before hurricane season. And look, let's say you have somebody come out and they say, no, everything looks fine. Well, that's great for when the insurance company comes back and says, oh, you got pre-existing conditions, which they use in the medical field. They use that in the property and casualty field as well. Then there's really no excuse. You say, hey, I maintain my property. I have somebody come out. They didn't tell me about any glaring issues. My house is fine. And if you do experience damage, the insurance company should pay up.
Josh, tell people how you charge. A lot of people don't know that.
Sure. So if an insurance company denies your claim or underpays you, and then we have to file a lawsuit on your behalf, you do not pay us anything like an hourly fee. The insurance company will have to pay our fees. So
Separate.
you basically get an attorney for free, and there's no charges unless you win. So it's not like personal injury where you got to take a percentage of whatever you recover, these are separate payments under a Florida statute, which allows the attorneys to get paid by the insurance company.
Now, if someone meets with you, is there a charge for that, or do you have a free consultation?
No, we have totally free consultations. I always offer, in addition, a free policy review because we see so many gaps in policy. I just had a client who contacted me. It was a commercial property, millions, like $1 million inventory destroyed from water. And then we find out, I said, let me review your policy, a total water exclusion. The
Wow.
policyholder was shocked. He said, "What are you talking about?" I said, I looked through it. Hey, it's right here, total water exclusion. He had no idea. He thought he had full coverage. But again, full coverage, what that means to an individual might mean something else to an insurance broker. So it's so important that you review your policy. And like I said, we do full free policy evaluations and let you know if you've got any gaps.
And then you also handle businesses too. I would think restaurants, especially, or someone who's next door to a restaurant that has a fire or a leak or something, and it comes over into your building. You also handle commercial too.
100%. As long as you're a business and you have some type of insurance policy, we're able to represent you and collect the insurance benefits from your insurance company. If you're uninsured, that's it. We can't use that statute where you get a free attorney. But if you have any type of policy on the property or on the business, we'll do a free evaluation and we can represent you.
You know what? If a person is smart, they're a homeowner or a business owner, they should call you tomorrow to look at their policy. There's no charge for that. Give them your phone number.
Sure. Now is the time. 561-299-4523. We also have a toll-free number, 833-529-5677.
My mother used to tell me, don't be a know it all. If someone is there to help you, get it done, because you know what? You don't want to find out when it's too late that your policy does not cover certain things. We're going to go to break. We're here with attorney Josh Whisler of the Whisler Law Firm. He does property damage claims, and we're going to come back and talk about hurricanes. We'll be right back.
At the Whisler Firm, they represent homeowners and water mitigation companies against insurance companies who have denied or underpaid claims resulting from property damage. Attorney Whisler is a strong advocate for the policyholder in cases against property insurance companies and will aggressively fight for his clients to ensure a timely and favorable settlement on their behalf. They strive to provide a small firm experience with big firm results. The Whisler Law Firm will help you maximize your compensation. Attorney Whisler is aware of the complicated process of insurance claims and litigation, and to this end, his clients can expect to receive professional, individualized attention as he works tirelessly to provide them with a positive outcome on their claim. Insurance company's number one priority is to pay you the least amount possible. At the Whisler Law Firm, their main goal is to get you the most money for your claim. Contact the Whisler Law Firm today at 561-299-4523 and let them get you the most for your claim. That's 561-299-4523.
And we are back. This is the Ask the Expert show. We're on every Monday and Thursday from 6 to 7, drive time. If you'd like to go to our Facebook, you can actually watch today's show live by going to Ask the Expert, Steve-O host. Like I said, you can watch today's show live, and you can also go to Josh Whisler's website and see past shows. But we're talking about hurricanes for the next 10 minutes. there's a lot of things that people need to prepare for a hurricane. And one of the things that people don't even think about is outdoors, vegetation, plants.
So the exterior is, one of the most important preparations you could do. Most of the damage caused in hurricanes are windborne debris, right? So it's branches. Down here we got flying coconuts, right? Really anything is a dangerous instrument when it's being flown through the air at 100 miles, per hour or more. So it's super important if you see overhanging trees on your property, especially close to your roof. Now is the time you want to trim those back. I know just in my community, I've seen a lot of tree cutting crews around, so that's a good sign that they are getting prepared early instead of after the fact. So that's an easy thing you can do. Either hire a company or you can do it yourself. But you definitely want to check all the areas around your windows, your roof to make sure there's no overhanging tree limbs.
What would you say is next? Anything else out for the exterior of the house to check?
Exterior, if you see any cracks in the exterior of your house, most of the times it's from settlement, but for extended, pressure or wind-driven rain for a certain amount of time, it could get inside your house. So if you see any cracks, you want to caulk those and maybe do a second coat of paint. If you have shutters, you want to make sure you're using some WD-40 to make sure when it's time that you're able to move them, right? They're not rusty or anything like that. But those would be my main recommendations for the exterior.
We just got a text in. Someone wants to know, what if your house was built before 1972 and your pipes have gone bad and they need to be replaced? Is that covered by your
Yeah,
home insurance? Because he said it's quite
yes.
expensive.
It's very expensive if they have to trench through your property to dig up the compromised pipe. So basically, what you want to look for is what damage did it cause. So if you have a backup, right, or if you kind of hear gurgling in your pipes, and then there's a backup, what we call in the business Category 3 water, dirty water. Um, that's the type of triggers you're looking for it to be covered. If you just simply have bad pipes and it doesn't damage the property, then those claims would not be covered. But if you have damage to your property caused by broken pipes, that's definitely covered, and that would be something that you would want to file a claim for.
Here's another text that came in wanting to know about mold and mildew. If they have mold and mildew problems, should that be covered by their homeowner's policy?
So, assuming you don't have a mold exclusion or a water exclusion, mold is typically covered. The standard policy typically covers up to $10,000, and that includes for mold remediation or any damage it would cause. But yes, mold is typically covered under a Florida policy.
Do you see many people who didn't realize they don't have water damage coverage or mold and mildew coverage that thought they did?
It It is crazy. I probably get at least one person on a weekly basis who comes to me with legitimate damage, legitimate problems, and then we review the policy to see that there's a total exclusion. And the client is shocked. And they say, "Why did my agent get me this?" A lot of times they'll say, "Oh, we're saving you $20 or $50. You know, it's not worth it to save a few pennies and not have coverage for what's a common scenario down in South Florida. But yeah, unfortunately, I
Right.
see it all the time.
Well, we're getting the text in. What about termites? Does a homeowner's insurance cover damage by termites? You're
Typically
shaking
termites
no.
would not be a cover off. No.
Okay. So are there policies that do cover that, or it's not usually done by coverage done by insurance companies?
I haven't seen a policy covering termites. It might be something out there, but I haven't seen it.
God, it's getting. I think about this COVID-19, and people are starting to go out now, and they're not wearing masks when they go out to restaurants. They're not staying 6 feet apart. And I kind of think about hurricanes. We've had so many times where they said a hurricane was coming our way, and we went out and we bought supplies and nothing happened. That's something that really scares me because I'm seeing people right now going, you know what, we're okay now. And the numbers have been going up lately. But it's the same thing with a hurricane. We do all this preparation, and maybe if it doesn't come, we don't prepare as much the next time.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest problems. So when I tell my clients, or I just tell people in general, what I do, I've got a closet that's designated hurricane supplies, right? So I'll have it stocked up with canned foods, water. And here's the thing, Steve-O. Let's say a hurricane doesn't come, right? And you say, oh, I bought all this stuff for nothing. You know what? You can donate it to the local food pantry. They would take it and be appreciative for it. So there's no,
What a great
nothing
idea.
lost. Yeah.
What a great idea. Um, Also, people don't, sometimes they forget about a lot of these lanterns they sell now are battery operated, and they get the lantern, but they don't get the batteries for it.
Yeah, so I love the battery powered lanterns, the battery powered fans, because if the power goes, right, none of your fans are going to work. And now is the time to stock up on batteries, because we saw just after COVID, who would have thought that toilet paper would be sold out, right?
I
That's
know,
the
I
same thing
know.
when a hurricane's coming, everyone's going for flashlights, batteries, all those staples. So don't wait till the end. Go on Amazon or wherever you're shopping and start buying those things right now to stock up so you don't have to have that stress of trying to fight with, millions of other people at the local markets.
Is it okay to stock up propane tanks like in the garage?
Yeah, I mean, I always keep one extra propane tank that I don't touch, and have that as my hurricane propane tank. Now it's actually I just learned of a new company that delivers propane tanks to you,
I
so you
heard
don't have to
that.
go out. Yes,
It's a new service
you
out
know,
there. I heard about that.
there are a lot of great
Well,
new services for convenience. Yeah.
as always, this show goes by so fast. Just real quickly, tell people why they should hire you rather than somebody else.
Because we fight for you and we also treat you like family. So I'd always say, if you're going to have to refer your mother or a close family friend to someone, that's how we treat all of our clients. And we're not afraid of the insurance companies. It's David versus Goliath, but we're fighting them toe to toe every single day. And we always have our clients back.
I'm going to throw something else in there. You don't have some long shingle that you do criminal law and bankruptcy law and personal injury. This is your main business. So you know this business backwards and forwards. This is your business. Am I right?
That's correct. We're writing articles, we're at seminars, we're teaching people, We're in this. We are in the trench of property and casualty law and insurance. So this is what we do. This is what we know.
Give everybody your phone number and your website.
Sure. Yeah. Check us out on our website. There's a lot of free ebooks and guides there. WhislerLawFirm.com, or just Google search us. You can contact us at 561-299-4523 or toll free 833-529-5677.
Call Josh tomorrow at the office and get that policy checked out. And Josh will be back with us again this month and next month. Josh, thanks so much. I love doing the show with you.
You got it. Take care. Always a pleasure.
Take care, bud. We're going to go to break. When we come back, we're going to be talking with air conditioning repairs. We'll be right back.